One of the great features about this car is that you're able to kind of make it your own. I don't have to mess around with my controls every time I get in the car.
As you climb behind the wheel of your Corvette, you'll find an abundance of revolutionary features and technologies. To enter your Corvette, if your key fob is within 3 feet of the door handle, just grip and press the door handle touchpad. If the vehicle has lost battery power, you can open the door manually with the key. If you're inside the vehicle and power is lost, open the door handle by pulling up on the emergency door release handle located on the floor next to the door sill. Once you've settled into the cockpit, you'll notice the center console with a standard wireless charging feature as well as a USB-C port for passengers right below the grab handle. You can also access the auxiliary ports inside the center console with the push of a button. Underneath the glove box, there's another accessory power outlet. The electric parking brake is located here, below the auxiliary screen, and can always be activated, even if the ignition is off. The available lumbar adjustment and bolster adjustment is located here. Your Corvette has 3 configurable screens where you can access and adjust different vehicle systems and settings. The available head-up display control is at the bottom of the auxiliary display. You can also swipe the auxiliary display right or left to access the HUD position controls. You can find the Z mode button, following distance indicator, cruise control, available heated steering wheel, and phone integration buttons on the steering wheel. For E-Ray and ZR1X models, it's also where you'll find the Charge Plus front motor regeneration button. PTM, traction control, and launch control buttons are found just below the auxiliary screen. Performance Traction Management modifies your Corvette's subsystems to get the most performance out of the vehicle. The available performance data recorder lets you record and output the data from driving sessions. It also acts like a built-in driver coach. HVAC controls can be found here. Drivers can also touch the temperature setting at the bottom of the screen to access temperature controls and sync button. Your Corvette can remember settings for seat and side mirror positions, head-up display settings, and steering wheel settings, along with exit positions for up to 2 drivers with 2 different key fobs. Refer to your owner's manual for more information, including how to turn these systems on and off. You can release the hatch here or with your key fob. You can also press the release touchpad here when the vehicle is unlocked. To close, just pull lightly and the power cinching will activate. Be sure to keep your hands and fingers away as it closes. To access the second storage area under the hood, the car must be off or in park. Press the hood release button here on the driver's door. Once the hood is released, you'll need to lift the hood slightly until it automatically rises and holds. All models except ZR1 and ZR1X offer a power cinching hood, so be mindful of hands and fingers to avoid pinching as it closes. Opening the hood with no electrical power should only be done in an emergency. In that instance, with the hood fully latched, use the manual release cable located by the brake pedal. Unless your Corvette offers a power cinching hood, the hood is not heavy enough to latch under its own weight. It will remain open until the striker is pushed into the latch. Firmly press down on the front edge of the hood until it clicks twice. To access the battery, remove the right and left-hand shields, then the second cover assembly. If your Corvette isn't driven weekly, or the battery is disconnected or drained, we recommend you opt for the battery maintainer package. Just plug it into a standard electrical outlet and then into the under-hood accessory power outlet. It's recommended to use a battery maintainer as it stays connected while your vehicle is stored. That way, when you want to pull your Corvette out of storage and hit the road, you'll have no worries getting it started. But if you don't have a battery maintainer package and plan to store it or use your Stingray, Z06, or ZR1 infrequently, you can remove the negative cable from the battery. It is not recommended to remove the negative cable on E-Ray or ZR1X during storage. To remove the roof panel on a coupe, you may need a hand. Be sure the car is parked and turned off, with the parking brakes set and the windows open. Lower both sun visors, open the rear hatch, and remove any items in the roof panel storage area. Then release the 2 handles on the front and 1 handle on the rear of the roof panel. Lift the panel, take it over the back, and store it. The roof should rest on the upper receivers. ensure it's in place with a quick forward push. To reinstall the roof panel, just follow the same steps in reverse. Once the panel is back in place, check that the weather stripping is under the panel. With the front release handles fully open, push the roof firmly downward to engage the pins. Lock all 3 handles in place and hook the rear handles hook in the loop. On the convertible, remove all objects that may come in contact with the top before opening. And make sure the trunk is closed and not overfilled, as it can interfere with the tonneau. Start the vehicle or place it in accessory mode. Corvette's retractable hardtop operates quickly and can even raise and lower while you're driving. Though it's possible to operate the retractable hardtop while driving below 30 miles per hour, it's recommended to operate the convertible top when the vehicle is stopped. Press and hold this button. The windows will automatically lower and the chime will sound when the convertible top is completely open. To close the top, take all the same precautions you did to open it. The convertible can also be opened using the remote key, but it cannot be closed with it. Press and release the unlock button and hold this button on the key fob. When you're ready to wash your Corvette, do not take it through automatic car washes, which may damage its wide wheels and tires and aren't compatible with your Corvette's low ground clearance.
The safest thing to do is to hand wash your brand new baby.
Your Corvette requires quite a bit of attention, but a bit of familiarity with what your Corvette needs will make sure it keeps giving you what you need: raw power, unflinching performance, and complete luxury.